I used to think when I was starting with investing that I could invest enough money in dividend paying stocks that I could actually live on them. Okay. Now I did that for a few years and I quickly realized this was going to require a tremendous amount of capital. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I double dip my dividends while still earning dividend income, as well as a source that you probably never even heard of. And if you drop a comment down below, you're also going to get some of my absolutely favorite dividend paying stocks that I run this strategy on. Just drop a comment, no strings attached. I'll send those over to you. And of course, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I hope you're having an absolutely God blessed day. But let's get into it today, guys, because I want to, listen, my heart goes out to all the dividend investors out there. That's how I really got started with investing when I was working full time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest enough money so I can quit this job. I can live off dividends. And you do that for a few years and you stay consistent. And you're like, man, I'm collecting this little measly, maybe a monthly dividend if you're doing like a realty income or some Main Street Capital or a quarterly dividend. You're like, damn, I'm gonna need millions upon millions of dollars just to make like 50 grand a year, and that ain't gonna be real fun. So here's the strategy that I've really started implementing with dividend paying stocks. So firstly, just pick your favorite one. What's your favorite dividend paying stock or even a dividend ETF you could do this strategy on? So in this case, I'm just here on arkpicks.com. I'm just gonna type in like one of my favorites. Actually, let's do, we'll do one of my favorites too, but Kimberly Clark. I love this one. I've wheeled this one a decent amount in 2025 and 2026. And when here we are on Ark Picks, I'm not going to go over all of the details here just yet, but we could see we do have just about a 5% dividend payment here on Kimberly Clark. A lot of dividend investors, income-based focused investors, like to invest in dividend, holding Kimberly Clark and just collect that dividend. But here's what we can actually do instead with our shares of Kimberly Clark that you didn't even know. So go over to whatever your favorite brokerage is. In this case, I'm just using Robinhood, and I'm just going to type in Kimberly Clark right here. Now, full disclosure, to do this strategy, you will need at least 100 shares of a stock, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, infinity, right? You really balling, right? But you want to make sure you have 100 increments in your stock to be able to do this, and you'll see why in a moment. The next thing we're going to be doing, and just listen to me here before you click away from this video, we are going to go to the trade options section. But this is unlike options like you've seen before. We are primarily option sellers here on this channel. And there is a massive difference from the degenerate gamblers that are the options buyer. We even have a little juice button back here because we take all of their poker chips and we send them Christmas cards, right? But here we're clicking sell a call. Now, all I'm saying here is I'm willing to sell my 100 shares of Kimberly Clark. Just bear with me. Just give me a minute here and I'm going to show you. And I get to name the date. So in this case, I'll just go 32 days away. Okay. Now, very important asterisk. Actually, let me get through this part first, and I have something really important to tell you. So just bear with me for just a minute. Now, right here, I'm saying I'm willing to sell my 100 shares of Kimberly Clark on March 13th, and I get to name my price. Now, obviously, at the time we're recording this educational video, Kimberly Clark's trading at 104, but the principles remain. Doesn't matter when you're watching this. Now, in this case, let's say if it's trading at 110. On the 13th, I'm willing to sell at 110. Now, if I did this trade, I would collect between the bid and ask about $90, let's just say $95 of premium. Let's go toss this into my covered call calculator. All my calculators are free. Just attend the Ark Options workshop down below. It'll be the first link, 90 minutes of trading, and then I give you all of these premium calculators and trade lock templates completely for free. So in this case, we're collecting $95 of premium. This premium is immediately given to us into our brokerage account. It's deposit. You can see it says estimated credit. This is immediately given to you. I always shoot to get between the bid and ask. If you just immediately want to get filled, you could just give them the bid, but you're losing out on premium right there. Why would you walk by $15 extra if you don't have to? And then obviously if you just go for the ask of 110, right, you're not usually going to get filled there, right? So usually I want to get filled, so I try to shoot right towards the middle. So you can see here it also says 100 shares each. Now let me move this little loom thing. This is one contract. So if you have 100 shares that you want to do this on, it would be one contract. If you have 500 shares you're doing this on, you'd obviously need 500 100 shares to do this trade. Now, obviously, you're putting more shares on the line to maybe sell. More on that in just a minute. But you'd collect a lot more premium. Okay, this can get very lucrative for you. Okay, but I like to fill out everything into our premium calculator here. So let's go back here. Our strike of the option is what we're willing to sell it for, right? We're willing to sell our shares for 110. We'll say we bought them at current market value around 104. Now, this is what the trade looks like. Our premium return here is about a 1% premium return in a month. How am I getting that number? $95 divided by 10,400, right? Because that's our cost basis for 100 shares is 104. Obviously not financial advice. Results are just the premiums I'm seeing at the time of recording this video. Our profit on the shares is 600. That's the difference between, buying at 104 and selling at 110. Our total profit is 695. That's the profit on the shares plus the premium we collected. This is the max profit that we can make if we end up selling our shares here. Okay. And so there are risks. Let's talk about those. Those are important. The first thing that can happen is, let's say on the 13th, Kimberly-Clark is trading below 110. If that's the case, we don't sell our shares and we walk away with the premium that we collected upfront anyway, and then we run the play on our shares for the following month. Fantastic. That's an ideal situation for us dividend investors. We don't want to end up selling our shares too often. But the big risk here is that there is a chance that we could sell our shares. So in this case, let's say on the 13th, Kimberly-Clark is trading at 115, 120, anything above 110. You are selling your shares at 110 and capping your upside at 110. So you got to be comfortable. Now, there are advanced strategies that we get into here on the channel with rolling our positions for a credit and capturing more appreciation. There's a lot to this. Not a lot, but there is some advanced tactics to it. But if you're just like most people, you let everything go to the expiration date and then just see what happens. Nothing wrong with that, okay? But dive into other videos on the channel for some of the more of the advanced topics that we talk about, or just attend the Ark Options Strategy workshop down below. It's just 90 minutes, okay? So let's talk about this, okay? Because you're probably watching this saying to yourself, Pete, I don't want to sell my shares, right? I might have an insanely good cost basis on Kimberly-Clark. Well, me personally, whenever you do the strategy, you do run the risk of selling your shares. So, but the way you can mitigate this is just go up in strike price. So in this case, like the 111s, I'm only collecting like what? Maybe a little bit more. The bid and ask is really wide here. Market's closed at this time, but let's just say let's just say for the 111s, you're collecting $50 or $60 of premium here. A little bit less. You're collecting $60 of premium, right, at the 111, so you're capturing a little bit more appreciation profit. Now, here's where it can get kind of interesting for you and very lucrative as a dividend investor. Let's say you own Kimberly-Clark or whatever stock and your cost basis is really low. Well, if your cost basis is really low, that means you don't have to be that aggressive. Here's what I'm talking about. Let's say your average cost basis on Kimberly-Clark is like $90. Right? I'm going to put that purchase strike price at your cost basis is 90. Look, your premium return goes up. Let's say it's even lower, right? Let's say it's at like $50 cost basis, right? Now you're getting a 1% in a month extra on your shares on top of your dividend payment. So when you have a really good cost basis on a stock, it allows you to play further out of the money, right? At the 112s, 113s, or even further out, right? That way, right? If you end up having to sell your shares, you're still good, right? Like you sold them, but you captured an insane bull run, let's say. You locked in real profits and you collected a whole bunch of premium along the way. But yes, if you decide to like play close to the money, like at the 105s here, you're collecting almost $300 of premium on this. But again, this is very likely, and you can always gauge your likelihood of getting assigned having to sell your shares by looking at the delta. The delta here is a 49, call it 50 shot. If I go up to the 106s, crack that open, 43% chance of assignment. If I go to the 110s, right, this is a 23, call it 20% chance of assignment. The way I look at it is 80% chance that I don't have to sell my shares. When I have my rule of thumb, if I have a really good cost basis on a dividend paying stock that I actually don't end up wanting to have to sell, what I'll do is I will literally do deltas at like 10 or even less just to collect a little bit of that premium, even if it is like only like maybe 0.25% in a month that I collect. When we stack that dividend paycheck with the actual premium and cover call premium, you're expediting, right? You're creating a faster snowball that you can then use that collateral to either purchase dollar cost average more into the stock, right? Or use that money for other stocks, or use that income to live, right? I'm primarily an income investor. So when I focus on selling options, I want to lock in real gains personally. That's just how I look at it. I mean, if you could see how quickly these markets can move on us, and I assure you a lot of people wish they had got in and out of their positions. And then, of course, having a good buy and hold portfolio that you never touch is, of course, very important for you as well. But back to the big point that I was trying to make earlier is, here on arcpicks.com, I use this software tool for all my research because it just makes life easier. I could see a high level overview of my trades, what kind of return on collateral I can be getting, my technicals, what's my 50-day moving average, 300-day moving averages, my Greeks. I get some basic AI news summaries of why is the stock ripping right now, why is it plummeting, and then what it means for us as option sellers. It's important to educate yourself, and especially for me as a really busy person, 3 kids, business, work, fitness, all the other things I'd rather be doing in my life than just staring at a chart like a mindless zombie. I just have it all consolidated into one place. But here's really important is always look at your ex-dividend dates, okay? Avoid having your options contracts expire around this dividend date before it, right? So in this case, we're past it. We're March 13th. But here, like February 27th, March 6th, be careful of these because you might get assigned early because people are going to try to snag your shares up so they own 100 shares by March 6th. So then they can capture the 5% dividend. So that's just a quick little note to be careful of when you are doing this strategy. And of course, that is listed out on ArcPicks. But if you want my premium calculators here, guys, my 2 premium calculators, as well as my full trade lock template to keep yourself organized, attend the Ark Options Strategy Workshop. It will be the first link down below in the description. 90 minutes of training, goes way more into all this stuff. And at the end, I give you all these free resources completely for free. As always, guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.